Your kid comes home from school, or maybe just looks up from their tablet and asks the question that makes your stomach plummet. Is there a war happening in Iran? Or maybe they ask why the people on the news look so scared and sad. You freeze. Your mind starts racing. You want to be honest, but you absolutely do not want to give them nightmares. You know that finding the right words is critical, not just to answer the question, but to protect their sense of safety in a world that can feel really frightening. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Talking to our kids about scary news from faraway places is one of the toughest jobs we have as parents. That fear of saying the wrong thing and making their anxiety even worse is very real. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact conversation I had with my own child about what's happening in Iran. This isn't just theory, it's a real-life, step-by-step guide to help you navigate this talk with confidence. We're going to turn a moment of parental fear into a moment of connection and reassurance for your child. Before we jump into the script, let's just admit it, this is hard. First, you're dealing with your own feelings. When you see upsetting news, you feel worried or sad or angry, and kids are masters at picking up on our emotional state. If you're anxious, they'll feel it, no matter how hard you try to hide it. Second, the details are complicated and genuinely scary. The current situation with Iran is a perfect example. On February 28th, 2026, the United States and Israel began military strikes in Iran. This happened after a period of intense negotiations over Iran's nuclear program ultimately failed. The news reported that these strikes were aimed at military sites and leadership, and that Iran's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, was killed in the first attack. In response, Iran launched missiles at US bases and other countries in the region. These are heavy, frightening facts. The headlines are talking about a war that has now been going on for a few weeks, with no clear end in sight. It's a situation with a major military buildup, strikes across the country, and retaliatory attacks. How in the world do you boil that down for a 7-year-old or even a 12-year-old without completely terrifying them? And finally, we can't just turn off the TV anymore. Our kids might see a headline on a tablet, hear something on the playground, or stumble upon a video on social media that's designed to be dramatic and get clicks. This means we aren't just explaining the news. We're often correcting misinformation and trying to manage the anxiety it causes. It's our job to be the source of truth and calm in that storm. So, let's all take a deep breath. It's okay that this feels hard. It is hard. But you are the best person to have this conversation with your child, and I'm going to give you the tools to do it well. This framework is built on a simple idea. Listen first, explain simply, reinforce their safety, and end by empowering them. Before you say a single word about what's happening, your first job is to become a detective. You need to find out what your child already knows, what they think they know, and most importantly, how it's making them feel. Don't just launch into an explanation. You can start with a simple, open-ended question. Try saying, "That's a really important question. I'm so glad you asked me about it. What did you hear about Iran?" This does a couple of things. It tells them it's always okay to come to you with big questions. It also gives you a starting point. Did they hear that there's a war? Or did they see a specific image? Did a friend say something scary and wrong? You can't clear up their confusion until you know what it is. Once they tell you what they've heard, ask this crucial follow-up. And how did that make you feel when you heard it? Listen to their answer. They might say scared, sad, or confused. Whatever they say, your next move is to validate it. This doesn't mean you're agreeing that they should be scared, just that their feeling is normal. You can say, "It makes total sense that you would feel scared. Hearing about fighting is scary. It makes me feel sad too." By sharing that you also have feelings about it, you normalize their reaction and show them you're in this together. You're not a robot, you're a person, just like them. Okay, now it's time to share the facts. Your goal isn't to give a full geopolitical rundown, it's to give a simple, truthful summary without the sensationalism. You're a parent, not a news anchor. The key is to frame the conflict as a disagreement between leaders, not between people. This helps prevent your child from thinking an entire country is bad. For a younger kid, around 6 to 9, you could say something like this. Far away in a country called Iran, the leaders of that country and the leaders of our country are having a very, very serious disagreement. They tried talking for a long time to solve it, but they couldn't agree. Because they couldn't find a solution, our country used airplanes to break some of their military buildings to stop them from doing something that leaders around the world felt was unsafe. It's a big, loud, and sad argument, but it's happening between the leaders. The families and kids who live in Iran are a lot like us. They just want to play and feel safe too. For an older kid, around 10 to 14, you can add a little more detail. You're right, there is a serious conflict happening. For a long time, the US and other countries have been worried about Iran's nuclear program, which is a way to create powerful energy that could be used for dangerous weapons. And there were a lot of talks to get Iran to stop, but those talks didn't work. So, at the end of February, the US and Israel launched military attacks against specific targets in Iran, like military bases, to damage that program. Iran has fought back by firing missiles. It's a very tense and dangerous situation for the people there, and that's why you're seeing so much about it on the news. Notice this language is simple, serious disagreement. It accurately reflects what happened without being graphic, and it clearly separates the government's actions from the people. This is the most important step. Your child's number one unspoken question is, am I safe? You need to answer this clearly and confidently. First, show them the distance. Get out a globe or pull up a world map. Say, let's find where we live. Here we are. Now let's find Iran. See how far away it is? It's all the way across the ocean. What is happening there is not happening here. You are safe. Our home is safe, your school is safe, and our neighborhood is safe. That visual is incredibly powerful for a child. It makes a scary idea feel concrete and, most importantly, far away. Next, reinforce their personal safety net. Say, my number one job in the world is to keep you safe. That's my job and dad/mom's job. And there are so many other people whose job is to keep us safe, like police officers and all the people who work for our country. We have lots of layers of safety. Hearing a parent say, with total confidence, my job is to keep you safe, is one of the most reassuring things in the world. You're not just saying, don't worry. You're explaining why they don't have to by pointing to the systems of protection all around them. Feeling helpless makes anxiety so much worse for kids and for us. To fight that, you can shift the focus from the scary things to the people who are helping. It's the classic, look for the helper's advice, and it works. Say, even in this very sad situation, there are so many helpers. There are doctors and nurses taking care of people who are hurt. There are leaders from other countries trying to get everyone to talk again and find a peaceful solution. And there are kind people all over the world, even in Iran, who are helping their neighbors and just want peace. This changes the story from one of just destruction to one of hope and human goodness. Then give your child a small sense of control by offering a positive action they can take. This turns their anxiety into empathy. Suggest, one thing that helps when we feel sad about something far away is to put some good into the world right here. Do you want to draw a picture about peace? Or maybe we can be extra kind to our neighbors today. We could even look up an organization that helps kids in other countries. This small action is incredibly powerful. It teaches your child that even when big, scary problems are happening, we are not helpless. We can always choose to be a helper in our own way. This whole approach isn't just about getting through one tough conversation. It's about building a foundation of trust and resilience in your child that will last a lifetime. When you start by listening, you teach them their questions, and feelings are always welcome. When you explain things simply and honestly, you build their trust in you as a reliable source of information. When you constantly reinforce their safety, you're strengthening the emotional foundation they need to handle the world. And when you empower them to be helpers, you teach them that empathy and action are the best antidotes to fear. Having these conversations is never easy, but it's some of the most important work we do as parents. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to be there, be honest, and be their safe place to land. And remember to check in with them again over the next few days. These aren't one and done talks. Let them know the door's always open. If this guide was helpful, please share it with another parent who might be struggling with these same questions. And subscribe for more videos on how to handle the tough parts of parenting with confidence and connection. You've got this. You are exactly who your child needs in this moment.